Dominique Strauss-Kahn was on track to be the next president of France, but today the head of the International Monetary Fund is in Rikers Island jail cell. A maid at a hotel in Midtown says he attacked her in his room. Benjamin Brofman, Strauss-Kahn's high-profile defense attorney, argued in court that he was not a flight risk, but the judge wasn't having it.
He has no criminal record. He is 62 years old. He has 4 children, and they are simply wrong with respect to his ties to the city of New York and to the United States, and they're simply wrong.
Joining us this morning is criminal defense attorney Marianne Bertuna. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Okay, so let's just give a little background who you are. You worked with Arthur Adalia, and you represented LT
We did.
in a sexual assault case.
That's right.
Okay, you were in front of this judge, and you know this prosecutor. Is this judge doing anything differently than she normally would be?
No.
In a sexual assault case?
She isn't. She is chief of the criminal court for a reason. She's intelligent, she's on target, and she's doing what she would do with anyone else who was facing possibly fleeing the United States.
This man is a high-profile man. Does he really need to be sitting in Rikers Island jail right now?
Based on the charges, these are serious charges. It's basically the second highest felony you can be charged with in the state of New York, and he's facing up to 25 years. He's not going to get special treatment by the court just because of who he is.
Do you think the prosecution was concerned that maybe they had another Roman Polanski on their hands, somebody who was trying to get away from sexual assault charges?
Well, there is no extradition treaty between France and the United States. So the truth is if he was to leave, we would have a very hard time getting him back.
What is the possibility that Mr. Strauss-Kahn could get diplomatic immunity at some point?
He would not. The only thing he's able to get is limited immunity, but it does not apply here. It would only apply to his wrongdoings in the IMF, not to a sexual assault case of this nature.
What about the conspiracy theory now going around that somebody... Well, listen, I mean... you know, I always love a good conspiracy theory. Supposedly somebody on President Sarkozy's staff tweeted about this arrest before it was even made public. Is that true? Do we know that?
I think it was becoming public when it was put on his Twitter account.
Yeah.
But the conspiracy theory is a stretch, and I think Brofman's going to have a hard time proving that. I mean, to say that this woman made up this story just so that he's not the next president is a stretch.
All right, let's talk about the charges briefly without getting into too much detail.
Yes.
Because it's very early in the morning.
It is.
The charges, what do you think about them? It's he said, she said?
Well, I mean, I think he did agree to do a DNA analysis, and I think they should be getting those results back soon to show that there may have been some sort of a fight or assault in the hotel room.
Yeah, I think Fox News was reporting that there might be blood found on the bed sheets as well.
Yes, and that doesn't sound like consensual to me.
Marianne Bertuna, thank you so much for coming on Good Day New York.
Thank you for having me.